Hi, everybody. Welcome to another one of these. I am back from California.
I didn't go.
Sufficiently tanned, much prettier.
I've got my tan here.
Yeah, that's true. We are in the greater Fort Worth area these days to talk Dallas Cowboys, who are still in Oxnard, getting ready to play their first preseason football game on Sunday night against the hated Miami Dolphins. David, a lot of news, a lot of optimism coming out of Dallas Cowboys training camp. Jerry Jones, first comment, or one of the first comments out of the box is, this is not an Armageddon year for head coach Jason Garrett.
Man.
I don't know what else he could say other than, yeah, we're going to fire him if they don't make the playoffs. But I got to tell you, my vibe is on this, unless the season is just a train wreck disaster, I think Jason Garrett's job security is pretty good, only because Jerry has put so much time, effort, and energy, and money, not to mention money, into this thing to see this through. Agree or disagree?
Totally disagree. And here's the reason why. I've been on this beat, 12, 13, 14 years, and Jerry Jones said, I will never fire a head coach in the middle of a season. I will never fire a head coach in the middle of the season.
How many times has that happened in his 25 years?
One time.
And it's totally deserved, right?
It was deserved, but he said, I will never fire a coach in the middle of a season. So when Jerry
was that the firing crash that we heard there on the
Yeah, that
background?
was good sound effect.
Okay, well,
timing
good
is everything.
timing.
Yes. But that happened, and so
he should have fired Wade Phillips 5 minutes into the first game of his tenure, in fairness.
But he told the media, of which we are members, by the way, I will never fire a coach in the middle of the season.
Should he, though?
He did.
No.
Should
He did.
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
Wade, no. Should never have hired Wade. Remember that Terry press conference? I wanted to get this one right. Well, you didn't. Thanks.
No.
Now with Jason Garrett, his hand-picked successor since 2007. If the Cowboys tank it, and they don't, listen, they could go 8-8 and still get in the playoffs, right?
True,
That's
true.
what the league is.
True.
They could get 8-8 and still in the playoffs.
I agree with that.
So then that buys them another year. If they go 8-8, or let's say they go 9-7. Have a great breakthrough year.
Which is my prediction, 9-7.
9-7. Okay, that's a breakthrough year for this team. Should Jason Garrett come back as head coach?
Yes. The only way he will not.
So if they go 8-8. Let's say this. Let's say they go 8-8 or 9-7 and don't get in the playoffs. Should he come back?
Wow.
I know.
That's tough. That is tough. I think the goal for Garrett is a playoff appearance. I don't care if it's.
So we're just talking playoffs or bust.
Yeah.
Playoffs or fired.
Just get in the playoffs. Now you might get hammered in the wild card round, but if you make it,
who
he
cares?
comes back.
No, we're not. Listen, the whole Super Bowl thing is so far gone with this
I
team.
didn't say the word Super Bowl.
No, I know. But the owner does. The
Yes.
GM does.
That does.
So that thing is so far gone. It's a crack pipe dream. What I'm talking about with this team is that just get to the postseason.
Yes.
That's it.
That's the
just
goal.
get to January.
Get to January and you're good. If it's the old Detroit Lions 7-9 or 8-8, when Detroit made the worst record to ever make the playoffs.
Yeah, there's been some 7-9s to get in.
Just get in, and things are great at Valley Ranch.
Is there anything though that gives you? Now you're an optimist by choice.
I am.
You are an
I
optimist.
stand by that statement.
David, Mr. Humphrey, sir,
Yes,
if
sir.
you please,
Yes.
is there anything that you've seen that gives you reason to believe that this team can actually win more games? Remember, they've gone 8-8 the last 2 years.
True.
Is there any reason that you think that they can actually be better than they were last year? Here, after what, 10 days of training camp? Whatever it is? Yeah, 10.
Yes, there are two factors.
Two factors. The X factors.
The first factor is what's going on with the other teams in the division. Everyone in all the other teams are getting hurt. I mean, ACLs. I mean, season-ending injuries. I'm not talking about hamstrings.
I know.
Like
the Cowboys have already had their season-ending injury.
Well,
Tyrone Crawford's out for the year. Remember, he was going to be Bob Lilly. Okay, so there's one. The other teams have, guys falling like flies.
And then the last thing is the last game of the regular season is at home.
That's true. Unlike the last two seasons when the Cowboys have been banished to the road on Sunday Night Football to humiliate themselves against division rivals with a playoff appearance on the line, the Cowboys will be at home this year. So that's it. There's our hope. Everybody else is going to get hurt, and the last game's at home. So maybe we'll cover the spread.
You have to put something on the table, and that's all I can put on the table right now.
Wow. David's cup runneth over of hope and optimism. That's all we got. Other guys are going to get hurt, and the last game's at Jerry's new phone AT&T Stadium. Buy your season tickets now. I can't wait for the Hall of Fame game to watch Tony Romo take a couple of snaps and then watch some third-grade bum, steal money for a couple of quarters before we continue on with postseason. We got a lot of hope. We got a lot of optimism right here. Remember, this is it. This is the season ticket campaign. Everybody else is getting hurt. The last game's at home. We'll see you next week.
A win is a win.